Stormwater projects and their needs typically can originate from many sources. So the three major ones are citizen-driven complaints, so service requests that we have that come in. We have our own staff observations that we make when we're in the field, and then any recommendations for improvements that come from our watershed studies that we do in-house. So once a project is identified, we place it on an unfunded list. We also prioritize, score and rank those projects that are on the unfunded list. So as examples, that includes the severity of flooding that occurred in the area, how often that flooding happens, how many people are affected by it. Ultimately, once we have our top ranked projects, then we will see what we can fit within our limited available budget. And then obviously that goes through city manager and city council approval. Majority of our funding for our stormwater improvement projects comes from our stormwater utility fee. Some of the money we also get through grants, whether it's federal or state level. And then there's also a small component that comes from the developer drainage pro rata that's paid through development. Right, so once a project is funded, we'll move into the field work. So we want to try to capture what the existing condition is out there on paper. So once we have the existing information, then we'll come up with the improvement itself. So that involves looking at the size of what we want to put in the ground. So a lot of times we'll do that through our modeling effort. And we will go through and develop the contract documents, which typically includes the construction plan, the specifications, bid package, a cost estimate. Once we have our heads wrapped around that, then we can get it into procurement. We go through the competitive bid process, which is what we typically do for our larger projects. And then ultimately that project, when it's all said and done, will be put into our maintenance cycle to make sure that we're staying on top of getting that maintenance work done.